and welcome back to the channel today. Well, today I am recording the introduction of this video because I think it is a video that I am going to have to record in several days, and I am going to start organizing the topic of comfortable wardrobes for the little ones. Well, they already share a room with you, so there I have both of their clothes because it is much more feasible for me when it comes to dressing them and so on. Plus there are clothes they share, so it's much better. So I have everything done a little bit, a disaster, but the typical thing that happens when this moment arrives, which is you have to change your wardrobe, but you also have to look at sizes, that we are no longer going to wear more clothes that are going to inherit from one sister to another. Clothes that I have for both of us in preparation for winter, but that right now I have had them washed and half put there because the summer ones are still a little visible. What about the little ones? So I have to do, clean clothes, I have to order badly, put you in a coma, everything is fine. I want to start now because I have ordered some organizers from Temu, especially for clothes. I have ordered hangers, organizers, boxes, that is a lot of things for Mario of them, but it hasn't come to me. Why? Because I'm afraid this time I have already done it in several videos that I had pending for it to come to me, because I have to record, that is, I have to organize closets, I have to organize bathrooms, that is, all of that I am waiting for it to come to me from team, but this time it is failing me very badly in mine. So, I'm doing the introduction because this afternoon I'm going to get into the topic of freckle clothes, so I'm going to start cleaning. That's precisely why we shall keep going, especially considering my intelligence.
Hello and welcome another day to the channel. I'm here with voiceover because what was really going to be a video simply because organizing and changing the little one's wardrobe turned out to be a new project. You may have already seen it in the title of the video. Obviously this is recorded in quite a few days, that's why I'm seeing that I'm starting, with sneakers and short sleeves. The first thing I did, as you can see, was to bring up the whole issue of summer clothes, which I had to donate because I donated the ones that, yes or no, we're not going to work anymore and we're fine. You keep some, I remember Anna's, all the ones that were good, I'm keeping them. For Martina, you know that I am a big fan of that type of Primark bags. They are very, very economical, worth about $2, and they are very good. And it works great for me. For example, the topic of attics? No. When I go to organize them, it helps me a lot to have all the bags the same because it gives me a lot of visual organization. Okay, that's like typical and like point. Really, when I started the project that you are now going to see, that was put on freight. As they say, I thought that this video was going to be earlier because I was really just waiting for the hold of the topics you have on the channel, which is about organization and so on. And it turned out to be longer in time because there has been a transformation in the little one's closet. This dresser that you're seeing there is actually a dark brown dresser that they have in IKEA today, but in white and cherry. I bought it dark at the time because it was really in my bachelorette room. So I went with the furniture and with the let's go with the style that I had put there. No, but once I came here, I also brought it with me in dark color. You already know that this room that now belongs to Anna, because at first you had it as a small study room for me because I came and continued studying the master's degree. So, I had all the furniture in white and, I had this dark dresser that I basically used, that to organize my things, house sheets, and so on. Forgive me that I have to cut several times because I am recording this with Martina, and you know that, Martina's voice always has to appear from here. The fact is that when I got pregnant with Martina, I knew that I didn't have room to store clothes in the closet with Anna because basically I and Martina, I took out a few sizes since it came so big. I took out what I had, size 0, size 1, but also size 3 and 6 months because Martina directly went through size 3 months. So that's why she sees how big she is wearing clothes, and she also has a lot of Anna's clothes because Anna, the truth is that being a first-timer is typical, not that you charge, you buy a lot of things. So to organize it better, what I did was buy a stain that's really like a kind of white varnish. There is not even paint and dye, but I have yet to apply the same lacquer that I applied to the kitchen furniture. Well, pass it on to this dresser that I still have from the rest of that paint, because it is true that I have noticed that it is much more resistant. It is even a whiter white. This is more like a bluish white. But hey, that will be left for later because we are already with the one who says to end the year, and I no longer think I will get into more projects. Then inside the dresser, well, I have it organized with these little boxes that they sell at IKEA specifically, well, for this type of furniture, and that works very well for me because they are very large drawers, and in the end although Anna is already older, but it doesn't get to be so big that her clothes will bulge in those drawers. Now you are seeing me that I continue to take out summer clothes, which here I had not yet been crazy enough to get into the project that, well, basically the project. What I did was paint the closet inside. The truth is that it was cousin closet that I had left to manage, let's say, at home, and I really wanted to do it, especially because now you see the result at the end. I personally love it. The closet is hyper organized right now with 4 super themeless gadgets, but super economical, and well, the whiteness that gives it that look, even cleaner visually. I personally love the result. Y bueno, pues aquí viene la segunda tanda del vídeo. Realmente no me he grabado pintando porque, bueno, es la misma técnica que ya me habéis visto en los otros armarios. Me parecía muy redundante y se va a hacer demasiado eterno y cansado este vídeo. Pero básicamente ya sabéis que utilizo la laca blanca de para maderas del Leroy Merlin, que incluso tengo así pintado los muebles de la cocina y me es muy resistente. Llevo ya meses también con la misma pintura dentro de mi armario y súper bien. Luego, este armario tiene estas dos partes, ya estaba vestido por dentro, tiene estas dos partes y lo que es la parte donde veis las baldas, al ser tan amplia las baldas, pues quedaba visualmente muy desorganizado todo el tema mantas, porque ya digo que al final son mantas bastante pequeñas, pues dimensión de un niño pequeño. So that's the reason why I decided to purchase these types of bags in Temu. They are available in simple grays, which are not as serious, but I thought they would be perfect for a children's room. These bags are truly in sync with the decor. Please overlook Martina's noise. I am without any assistance, spending time alone with her. It's practically impossible to keep her quiet. What they have, and as that fool said, a little more childish, I also have to tell you that you already know that with Anna I bought those gray velvet hangers. I bought them on Amazon, and obviously now they were too short for my clothes too, because Martina had many hangers, but the typical ones that they had with clothes, well, in supermarkets you were reusing, not those typical black ones. And I have to say that the price difference compared to, in other words, Thermo compared to Amazon is gigantic. In other words, I recommend it if you are looking for that type of hanger for little ones. Then I put 2. Sorry, as I said, due to the noise, I tried to solve it. What I was going to do is that I bought the same light that we put in the study room. You already know that in my room we did buy the Leroy Merlin one, but it's worth about $15 each, and the truth is that in demo it's great. I've already put it in the office closet. It went super well and cost around $1 or $2. It depends on the size. Here I take it a little smaller because I just wanted to put it on the side where I have the hangers, which is really the side on which it is going to make me work. Put a light on it. Then I bought you this gache from here that you are going to see now that I am going to assemble, which is, well, for the whole topic, tweezers. And as you will understand, my daughters have a lot of tweezers, bows, bracelets, so I took the opportunity to put them all there because it is true that I had them in a basket, but it is very complicated to see because all the ones he has, not visually, it is very complicated to find them there. So now they are placed here. Well, it is super good for me to have them visually, well, much more orderly and know which ones he has and pull them, well, easier. You also have the sock organizer out there that was perfect for me in terms of dimensions for the drawer that you are seeing. And there I put all the socks of both of them, and well, that's the same thing again. In the end, having it so visually organized is super good for me to know colors, size, that is, it is much easier to see the socks you have, even if some of them are very damaged, you can know which ones I need to renew. Then another little thing I did was take advantage of a little basket that I bought when I got pregnant with Martina, to organize her room, and it's Hims. I don't know if they will continue to have it. It's the small size, but it's still pretty big. And there I took the opportunity, well, to organize the whole issue of scarves, hats, and so on for now in the face of the cold, right? In the end, well, tried to organize everything a little better so that it would look better aesthetically. And since it was, well, I also got into the topic of painting. I did everything around it. That is what the paint itself is, around a week, because I had to wait, well, for it to dry. It no longer dries everything as fast as it dried in summer. I mean, what is between layer and layer? Then it was a very dark wood with which I need like 4 or 5 layers, and that's it, because I said, well, that's it, because if not, I would still continue giving it layers of paint, and then that's it. Everything, organize everything, because in the end, I had to take out practically the entire closet except for what the drawers are, well, everything else, and now he had to organize it, well, everything again. Yeah, I always tell you to follow me on networks which appear here because there are some I upload to you, well, short reels that are a little, well, not behind the camera, things that you don't see here for videos, because they are content that has nothing to do with the videos. Okay, I'll tell you that. They are content because I record separately, and obviously because I like to give you as an extra on those types of social networks. So over there you have just, well, the behind the scenes of this reform so that you can see that it had been formed in my house. Because obviously I always tell you that when I get involved in doing something at home, whether this is something quite small like what we have in mind, because facing the new year, the rest of the house, it is inevitable that a little mothers will leave, because in the end my husband and I do not live alone, but we have little ones. The little ones themselves by nature are quite disorganized. They are not very small and they are quite disorganized, and obviously it is inevitable that the rest of the house, well, as I say, will leave a little mother. So over there you see that, the behind the camera, which I think is also very cool. Here the final result I think has turned out quite well, and I have taken advantage of that box that you see there, round with polka dots, in white, in pink, to put shoes, because it is true that I personally like that. At home they are not shoes, and when we arrive we usually leave too many shoes at the entrance, but sometimes too many shoes accumulate and it looks very disorganized at the entrance, so I try to have them collected in my case. Well, I put them in the shoebox, and my daughters, because I put them here, they fit perfectly in the box, and so the closet doesn't even get dirty because the box is closed and I remove all the visual noise and dirt that may have in the entrance. Now here you are going to see how good I am, basically organize things. He had already ironed everything, which was also a task that he had well pending after having taken all the clothes out of the wash, not out of the cold, and all the time well of organizing closets. You're gonna see how I tell you, well, what the final result is. I hope you like the video that motivates you, and that in the end, well, that is one of the functions why I upload this type of video. Not that motivates you to do it at home if you have little things to do, if you want to make some changes. You see that with very little you can do it. I even have leftover paint for what I'm telling you for the dresser theme, just as I have leftover, for example, paint for the kitchen, and I took the opportunity to also do the office closet. Well, that to get rid of a little bit of laziness in the end by making our house beautiful not only for others but for ourselves. If so, did you like it? Well, I invite you to subscribe because if we come to the channel, it is completely free and here we lack the content, you see. Do you follow me on networks? Well, so as not to lose the rest of the content that you give me, you're like, because it is the only way I have to know that you are really liking this type of video, not that there is that feedback between us and that YouTube continues to recommend me, that people like the content and so they follow me, well, recommending new people, and that comments are always at your disposal to leave me suggestions for improvement. And I always appreciate all your messages and knowing that you are really liking the content that I am preparing for you. And simply because this is the last month before the vlogs, but this year I already announced that there will be more daily vlog videos that I am already organizing to see how we are going, how you can do it there. You see and listen, rather you listen to my older girls. So I leave you that it's time to attend to them, and I hope you liked it very much. Thank you very much for being here one more day. Bye.